Since the early 2000s, when cell phones and mobile devices gained an instantaneous popularity in today's culture, gaming on these devices served as a perfect substitution to boredom. But now, as smartphones and other mobile devices have become the absolute norm in our way of life, gaming might have become a mainstream on there. Let's take a look.
What's up?
Welcome to the Boss Battle Show. We are in the arcade.
You got any quarters I can borrow?
I do. They're not on me though, but they're all set to free play. These two machines.
Well, that's right. We own them.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
Mobile gaming.
So we had a question though. Is mobile gaming a threat to us gamers who happen to hold a pad in our hand?
Yeah, it's interesting because this was submitted to us via a human being, and they were saying, is mobile gaming affecting us as a hardcore group of players?
Or is it maybe possibly extending our reach as gamers?
So then we sat down and we thought, and I said, villain combo.
I says to him.
I says to him, villain combo. Is this a topic of discussion?
And I said it absolutely is. And if you look at the numbers, there's a reason why.
Let's discuss it.
There's no denying that mobile gaming is by and large the most popular method of playing games today. The numbers are absolutely staggering. In fact, in just 2014, mobile gaming sales were estimated to be at $25 billion. That's billion with a B, 3 comma club.
So one of the biggest pros to mobile gaming is that everybody has access to get smartphones or tablets, and a lot of families have multiple devices laying around the home, which means you can download multiple games.
Yep, and it's the norm now. Everyone's got phones. You could be watching us on your phone right now on the toilet.
Yeah. Are you pooping? That's alright if you
I
are.
smelled something.
Yeah. That's cool though. And the best part is a lot of these games are actually, they're so reasonably priced. We're talking free to maybe even 99 cents. A good portion of their revenue is actually generated via ads. So you have to watch a lot of commercials, you're gonna have ads for other games.
Pop-ups.
Clickbait stuff all over the place. They want you to go other places, download other things. And sometimes that's not only for the revenue there, but also they are kind of shisty. They exchange it for currency within game if you go download other people's games. You got a little network.
In-app purchases.
Yep.
One of the trends that I'm noticing, and this maybe will fall into a con, is in the regard of in-app purchases is pay to win or pay to play type of things. I don't mind pay to play, but you're baking cakes or whatever, and time's up, pay 99 cents for more dough or some shit.
Totally. And that's just something where they're trying to either A, encourage you to hey, share on Facebook with 5 friends and you get the ability to keep playing, or they just want you to open up their wallet because the fact is they're like, the game was free, what's 99 cents? And if you're addicted to it, that's exactly it. You're like, what's 99 cents? Download.
Yep.
Download. I'm out of dough. Download. Download.
Which brings another con. You read articles and so many stories you hear all the time of parents that let their kids play mobile games and their thing, and they rack up I read something about a kid that racked up $12,000 on his dad's phone or whatever. My dad would have fucking...
Now, I think part of the reason for all of the in-game purchases and all the ad revenue is that mobile gaming started to be seen as a bit of a get-rich-quick scheme, right? And that's because developers, for example, Flappy Bird had overnight immediate success, right? Everybody was addicted to it. You didn't have to pay anything. Everybody downloaded it. Everybody's comparing scores. And the guy was generating over $50,000 a day.
Yep, ridiculous.
Which is insane money.
Not only was he generating $50,000 a day, but he was generating $50,000 a day on stolen content because his sprites were stolen from Super Mario Brothers. The bird was from something. I can't remember what, but it was very familiar. And then he pulled that off because, for risk of being sued. But that's just one guy, and that was an overnight success, and that was a relatively easy 50K.
Right, he took his money, he ran out of there.
Yep.
But his 50K a day pales in comparison to some of the other big games, like Clash of Clans, for example, or Game of War. I mean, if you see the Game of War commercials actually on TV, they always have big name actors associated with them because they can pay those people a large sum of money because of how much they're bringing in every single day.
Mobile gaming, which was at one point seen as kind of like the bastardized crazy little brother to gaming, is now a very competitive force in the gaming industry where it might make people like you and me and Mr. TJ Combo a minority of gamers.
The popularity of casual gaming and playing video games on your cell phone and your tablet device is here to stay. But what does it mean for AAA gaming on consoles and in PC, and what does it mean for the developers?
If we're talking about somebody who was at home by themselves, they didn't have an office, they didn't have a development team, they didn't have designers, they didn't have any of these things, right? They're sitting at home, they pulled some other elements, put it together in one day and started generating $50,000 a day, right? That sounds like a much better business plan to me than having to hire a team of 200 or 300 people of trying to coordinate things over the span of 1 to 2 years, trying to get developers to continue to work on it and then also sell it to
the publisher. Yep.
And then I have to go through certain forms of media like PlayStation or Xbox to actually deliver it to the public, and then I have to hope that people buy it.
Yep.
I need your $60 in order to recoup everything that I spent.
And even then, many studios don't, and studios are closing every year because games come and they don't quite make the money.
Right.
The risk of Crystal Dynamics and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was a success, but it didn't quite make the money. We were lucky to see Rise of the Tomb Raider come out, but that's where there's no risk in being a singular developer. It's like, I'm going to put out a game. Possible of the success it could bring is astronomical.
And the sad reality of the current game developers is that even though that company exists, their layoffs are painful. I mean, they'll finish the game and then 200 or 300 people get fired the very next day.
Yep.
Those are the people who we owe our thanks to. They're the ones who actually created this amazing product, this experience, this story that we fell in love with and that we're so passionate about. However, one person can sit at home, create mobile games that are much more simple on a simple platform, and they don't have to create one. They can create several, throw them at the wall and see what sticks.
Exactly.
So we know with billions of dollars of revenue where the casual gamer stands in mobile gaming. But what about the quote-unquote hardcore gamer? Where do they stand?
So I do limited, right? I always have considered myself a gamer. I mean, that goes back to, basically 1987. I'm a gamer. Always have been.
Yep.
So when you use that term now, it's a little more widespread than it used to be, right? We're not talking about necessarily somebody sitting down in a basement, playing World of Warcraft. Or we're not talking about, two guys who play Madden, nonstop. This could be your mom, this could be your dad, this could be your grandma, this could be your English teacher. This could literally be anybody because everybody's got some kind of game that they've attached to at some point.
Right.
So to some degree, I consider myself a mobile gamer. I don't, but that doesn't mean I don't play mobile games. Right? Angry Birds 1 and 2, went through all those.
Yep.
Some of which I do think are actually helpful for the other games that I play. So I was showing you piano tiles earlier.
And this is cool. Yeah.
I forget who it was. There was somebody in the FGC is like, this could possibly improve your response time, which is incredibly difficult to actually have any kind of tangible results in. Piano tiles is very quick paced.
Yep,
it might possibly improve.
Yep.
So I think it's a really fun game.
I think what I want to drive home is last summer, previous videos at E3, someone came out and was like, let's talk mobile gaming, and we were very quick to draw to be very adamant against that. Like, no, let's not, games, we're gamers. But what it really comes down to, folks, is you're a gamer as a whole. And it doesn't matter how you game, it's what's important is the culture that you're doing it in. And what is cool is mobile gaming now is becoming such a huge phenomenon and ultimately could become bigger than console gaming and PC gaming, is it all feeds into each other though. So if mobile gaming is succeeding, that's feeding into console gaming. And what's important is gaming is being recognized on a worldwide level that has never been seen before, which I think is a good thing. And then with the possibility of Nintendo's new console being very mobile heavy, I think we all need to open our minds a little bit more. What could it mean for us, and what's happening on the front of mobile gaming? So maybe let's not hate on it just as quick as we always have. Maybe it's not so bad.
Right. So I think the big thing, and this is something that we talk about even with our console games that we're so protective of, is that we get really sick of the money grab. Right?
Yeah,
we hate the DLC. We hate when they give us a crappy experience and are trying to just pull our money out of us.
Let's open the floor, Timmy. What do you think about mobile gaming?
I want to know what these guys play, right? What games are they playing? What do they enjoy? Because I know what some of these fans watch, right? They tell us. They're like, oh, I love Mortal Kombat, but what mobile games do you play aside from those things when you're not at your console?
Yeah, and what is your stance on mobile gaming? And have we maybe triggered a thought in your head that maybe you didn't think of before when it came to mobile gaming? Let's talk about it. Twitter's boom, bow, boom, bow.
Yep.
And
What?
What is this?
It's subscribe. That's right.
Because we have more content.
Oh, much more.